What's up, addressees? Welcome to the H&R TV, the official YouTube channel for the hottest new revolution, culture, and movement. That's to live your life and love the life you live, regardless of who you piss off in the process, culture, and movement. And in today's video, folks, I want to pivot or transition from speaking more so about the background things that I've been doing with Address Me, like the meetings that I've been having and like for fundraising and putting my team together and stuff like that, to actually telling folks about Address Me, the app. It's a social networking mobile app that's going to be available pretty soon, probably within the next couple months or so, on App Store if you have an iPhone, or the Google Play Store if you have an Android. So yeah, I'm just getting ready to start raising awareness and letting folks know what Address Me is, the value that it adds to the market, and who benefits from it, or yeah, all of that. I'm just speaking about Address Me overall. And like I said, um, this is somewhat of a pivot, probably more so as of a transition, but like I don't know, I try to keep things educational too here at the H&R TV for folks who might someday be like trying to put your own, be an entrepreneur and start your own business and put your own business out, or just your own, you want to be a content creator or influencer or whatever the case may be. Like all of it falls into the realm of business and entrepreneurship. um and pivot is a common term that's used in like just business in general, or life in general really, but in business it's a popular term to describe basically um, when you try one thing, and like I said, that's why this is more so of a transition, because I was just, it's just me changing topics of what I'm talking about today. Um, but in business, like if you try something and it's not necessarily working for like what it is that you're doing, then and you need to try something different, then like that's what folks call pivoting. Did I read the definition? I think I did. Anyway, I'm gonna read it again. It says that it commonly refers to a strategic shift in business policy or focus. Um, yeah. So if you tried something and it didn't necessarily work out the greatest, then it might be time to try something new, and that's what a pivot is. And like I said, it's not necessarily just used in business; it can be used in life in general. Like um, for pretty much anything for real. Like um, and the way that I want to adapt it to what I'm saying right now is what a lot of people in life look at as failure. Like if you try something and it didn't work out, a lot of people just sit in that like, damn, I failed. Like I'm a failure now. No, that just means you need to pivot. Just means you need to try something new. You need to try something different until whatever it is that you're trying to do works. And like I said, that could really literally like mean, like it could be for anything. Like if you dating somebody and that situation ain't working out, it might be time to pivot and either go be single or do something different, talk to somebody new. Um, or if, when it comes to like just I mean anything, any roadblock that folks run into in life, like and you like, damn, oh, I can't believe that didn't work. My life is over. No, it's just time to pivot and do something different. And that's a commonly used term in business or whatever the case may be. So yes, another term used in business that I want to share, because this term confused the hell out of me for the longest time. Um, Marketing. And H&R TV is my YouTube channel. Like I said, I'm just speaking about my journey and my business and spirituality. and all of that stuff, or whatever the case may be. But um, but it's also a marketing tool. It's a way for me to share with the world about Address Me, my company, my life, yeah, but my company, and raise awareness like in that aspect. But for the longest time, I would confuse marketing with advertising, and they're not the same thing, folks. Advertising is a form of marketing, but it's not marketing. Give me one second. I'm looking it up. The definition. So, the definition of marketing is the process of identifying, anticipating, or satisfying customer needs profitably. It involves researching, creating, promoting, and delivering value to target audiences to build brand loyalty. And see, that's where it be getting confusing, because that is not even like, for the longest time when I first like started out in entrepreneurship, and starting my business and stuff like that, it took me the longest time to figure out what marketing was, because the definitions are not clear. Like, that don't help me just reading it. Excuse me. But what marketing basically is the market is the free world. People all over the world is the market. Like, the market is the world. And whatever it is that you offering to the world, whether it be a business or whether it be you want to be a content creator and you putting content out to the world, or whatever it is that you working on that you want to put out into the world, that's you putting whatever your offering is out into the market. Um, and the different ways that you go about doing that is called marketing. So HNR TV and this YouTube channel is a form of marketing. That's a form of me putting my like journey and my business and stuff like my company Address Me and all of that out into the world. That's marketing. Marketing could be putting out ads, advertising, um, which eventually we're gonna put out ads and stuff like that, like to our target like audience and stuff like that. But that's not what this is. This is something different from advertising. Um, and I mean, there's so many ways that you can like market. Some folks like go out physically to different events and set up booths, about what it is like that they selling or offering or whatever the case may be. So it's so many different forms of marketing, but basically what that is like whatever tools or um, ways that you are going about like putting out what it is that you do into the world, into the free market, that is marketing. And marketing is important because you got to basically uh, you have to define and identify the primary like core audience that would be interested in whatever it is that you are selling or offering, um, to have an understanding about who you need to be reaching out to, or who um, like whose attention you're trying to gain with whatever it is that you're doing. Like, for instance, like me speaking about my journey and my life and being fluid and founding the fluid community and stuff like that. Like, the fluid community is one of the, or the, uh, uh, like the community or the customer that address me with most, I can't even say that address me with most benefit, but it's the company that, well, first of all, hold on, bro, give me 1 second. I gotta figure out the best way to say it. Um, it's, I don't even want to say that. Like it's so. All right, so I came up with the idea for Address Me first and foremost because I'm fluid. And just to let me do this. Let me do this before I even get into the benefits of Address Me, like for the fluid community. No, let me talk about that first. All right, my bad, y'all. Bear with me. This is very, and bear with my stomach too. I don't know if y'all can hear my stomach growling, but all right. So yeah, marketing and focusing on, it's important to focus on your target market for whatever it is that you're offering into the world. Not just me, but you as well, if you are interested or trying to be an entrepreneur or be a creative content creator or whatever the case may be, because that's basically forms of entrepreneurship too. Anytime you taking control of like your own destiny, your own livelihood, money, income, stuff like that. Um, but yeah, so the fluid community is probably the early adopter or the that's another business term, but we need to get into it. Early adopter or the early audience that would benefit from whatever it is that you are putting out to the world. When you have a business, um, it's not wise to just throw something out into the world and market it towards everybody and just hope that everybody latches on and starts using whatever it is that you're offering. That's not the way to go about it. How you should go about it is finding the smallest, like core, like group of people that can benefit from what it is that you offer, and then you put out marketing and advertisements and videos like this speaking directly to those people so that they start paying attention to you and start wanting to learn about what it is that you're doing. And then once you put it out and they grab hold of it and start using it and receiving the benefits from it because they are the people who it was like meant to help the most, so to speak, then like then it starts growing from there. Like they start telling people about you and what you do and how they find value from what you do, and other people start to learn about you, and then they start to like latch on to whatever it is that you're doing, and it just grows organically from there. But in the market, you don't just go after the full world for whatever it is that you are doing. You have to um, minimize that down to the smallest core group of people that can benefit from whatever it is that you do, and let it grow from there. That's why marketing is important to understand. All right, so that said, the fluid community. Um, Let me speak about that. And I'm supposed to be talking about Address Me coming out in the Play Store and the App Store in a couple months. But listen, then we talking about this today, and then we might talk about that later or tomorrow. Anyway, the fluid community. Let me give y'all the definition of. First of all, let me say this. I created the fluid community because it needed to exist. Um, First of all, to provide clarity between um, the differences between the fluid community and the gay and LGBTQIA plus community. Um, it needed to provide clarity between the differences, um, which I'll get into. I created the fluid community to educate the world, the market, about um, about the differences and about the misconceptions, misunderstandings, and assumptions, um, which are, matter of fact, I'm gonna just describe these as I, well, no, I'm not. Yeah, um, to educate the world, to empower people like myself, by providing that clarity and educating the world and letting folks know really what it is, because folks have not known what it is forever. Um, and to uh, 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 yeah, I think that's pretty much good right there. And I haven't even spoken about this in a while, so bear with me, folks, um, and bear with my stomach. All right, so the definition of the fluid community is a person who carries themselves in the traditional role of their born gender. Now, okay, yeah. Matter of fact, let me start over. I'm gonna just go through that definition and I'm gonna get to everything after that. A person who carries themselves in the traditional role of their born gender, who may or may not be private about having same gender or varying gender intimate partners, and who are not bound to a particular gender preference, regardless of the length of a sustained attraction to a particular preference. So, that means somebody can be um, bisexual or homosexual or whatever the case may be. Somebody can be homosexual their entire life and still be fluid. Like, fluid is not a sexual preference. Homosexuality, bisexuality, like different things like that, those are sexual preferences. Being fluid is an identity. Being gay is an identity. So a person can be, and the differences like between the identities is just it boils down to a difference in beliefs, behaviors, um, just ways that you move throughout the world, basically. Gay people tend to be more live out loud, like um, uh, 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 I hate the term flamboyant, but just feminine, like characteristics and like mannerisms and stuff like that. Like fluid, I like just be chilling. I don't prefer to like that's just not me. Like I don't like that's just not me. You feel me? I don't have anything against gay people. Like I support the gay and LGBT community, but it's just important to provide this like clarity to the world, because for the longest time nobody like has like there's hasn't been a distinct line, and it has been uh not beneficial for like me and people like me. So I'm the one to step up and provide the clarity, uh and to have these conversations with the world and with people to let folks know the difference. And the reason I'm doing this, the only reason I'm doing this is because I have my company address me getting ready to launch, and the fluid community is the target audience, the probably the people, not the only people that it will help, but it's the people who it will, the community or the audience or the target group that is probably going to help the most, simply because I mean it was created off of my own experiences, missing connections and stuff like that. And I'm sharing my story again for marketing purposes to reach out to that small core group of people that address me would would benefit or help, so that they can start paying attention to me and learning about address me, so that when it launches they can download it, learn about it, learn how to use it, how it helps them, and tell other people about how amazing it is, and we can start growing from there. So, in order for me to again reach that core small group of people, then I need to put it out there. I need to put me out there. I need to put the fluid community out there, and um, yeah. And if I was gonna do that, then like I said, I needed some clarity around who I am, what I stand for, and what it is that I'm doing. Um, so yeah. But that's the difference, folks. You could be homosexual, you could be bisexual, and you could be gay and feminine and like flamboyant, or you could be bisexual, you could be homosexual and be chill, um, private, or um, or you could be open about it. Like at this point, I'm open about it, uh, but um, yeah, I'm open about it, but at the same time, like I don't know, I'm just me, bro. I'm just me. But another reason for the fluid community existence is to um, educate the world, educate the market, educate society that just because a person carries themselves the way I do, like, and not obviously feminine or obviously gay or what, like, and oh yeah, that's another thing. Getting rid of terms like discreet gay, and I used to say getting rid of terms like DL, but DL like is still kind of like it's tricky. First of all, I'm not discreet gay. I'm not gay. I'm fluid. Um, and I'm not DL, because that's another thing that the world gets confused. You see somebody that's masculine or somebody that like don't look like they like deal with dudes in that way or whatever the case may be. And just because you see that person and you don't know their personal business, which is like it could be a complete stranger to you, and it's none of your business. That's their private life. But people, the narrative was that just because people didn't like, if I see you and that's your life or whatever, and I don't know, then automatically that mean you DL, or automatically that mean that you hiding something because I don't know. Like, and what? That's dumb. Um, if you don't know, it's because it's none of your business. It don't mean that I'm hiding anything. It don't mean that I'm ashamed of anything or ashamed of who I am or none of that. It just means that that's not something that me and you need to be discussing. Um, and a lot of people, like the world and the market and just society in general, has made like has that misunderstanding and that misconception, like that needs to be cleared up. And another that's another reason why I founded the fluid community or whatever the case may be. um yeah, so it don't necessarily, it don't mean that somebody's hiding. But getting back to the term BL, now like if you married, like like if you a guy and you married to a woman, or if you a woman and you married to a guy, because it ain't. This is not like an exclusive thing. Women can be DL too. Folks just try to keep it and make it a thing about men or whatever the case may be. No, it's a lot of women out here who are married to men who don't let their husbands know that they deal with females in that way as well. Um, so like if you somebody that is like literally living a double life now, if you like if you single, you just dating, like dating around, or you young, you not married or whatever the case may be, even if it's like yeah. Anyway, if you're not married or whatever the case may be, and you exploring and living your life or whatever the case may be, okay, that's fluid. Like you just private about, like you don't owe nobody um, details about like your personal sex life or none of that. But if you are in a committed like marriage or something like that, and you're not sharing that with your intimate partner, that's that's DL, and like you're DL, and I don't know, like folks keep trying to make DL cool, and I don't necessarily agree. I don't think it's cool. I think it's some bum shit for real, to be honest. Like if you married to somebody, just be honest with them beforehand or whatever the case may be. Um, yeah, that's some bum shit in my opinion. Like, and you putting your partner at risk, and that's not cool. Um, yeah. So DL can like still kind of a thing like with that group of folks, but again, it's a difference, and the world needs to know. So again, that's the fluid community, like providing clarity or whatever the case may be between the differences between, yeah, the fluid community and being fluid and private, between being gay and out and open, or being DL and doing that weird shit. Um, what else? Uh, 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 and to like honestly, to disempower and take the power from folks who like to make fun of uh, uh, folks like me, who think it's funny, who think it's a joke or something to be laughed at. Like it gives, I guess it gives them fuel and ammunition to compare or to call like like to use that term gay in referring to me, because gay people are more like or are feminine or flamboyant or whatever the case may be. Um, and I'm not, but that gives people fuel to like come at folks like me, like it's a joke or like something funny, like because again they find that like the femininity in the gay community and the LGBT community to be like funny or whatever the case may be. So, like I said, me creating a fluid community and providing this clarity kind of takes the gas out of that, and the takes the power back from um, folks who like to try to make fun of that or whatever the case may be. Especially if you just like open and honest about it. Like, what can you say? Like, if I'm telling you and I'm coming, like I'm being straightforward or whatever the case may be. Um, like if you just honest and upfront about it, then folks can't use it against you. Like it strips them of their power. Like, okay, yes, I'm telling you that's the case. Like, what's up? Like, you get what I'm saying? Um, and then I don't know. Like, to be honest, I feel like I'm the best person for the job to create the fluid community and to talk about it and to share about the differences and to educate society and things like that. and to be the representative, like provide the representation for the community. Um, because at the end of the day, if anybody moving forward were to um, come out or like as fluid or whatever the case may be, and somebody were to try to make fun of it or try to turn it into a joke, okay, well, if you in company with one of the most wealthy, successful entrepreneurs and leaders in the world, like I haven't got there yet, folks, but I'm almost to that point. But if you're in the company with one of the most wealthy, successful entrepreneurs and leaders in this world, then try your best to make a joke out of it. Try your best to make a joke out of it. So yeah, that's why I feel like I'm the best person to represent the community. And um, what else? I was gonna say something else. One more thing that was important too. Um, yeah, so that's what I was gonna say. So yeah, of course you always gonna have like weird ass people that just have like they point of view that they just can't see beyond, um, and they're gonna try to make jokes or like just try to push their narrative and push their agenda or whatever the case may be, and they don't have any uh, point of reference mentally to consider the lives and experiences of other groups of people outside of themselves. So of course you're gonna have people like that that's still gonna try to force narratives and force jokes and force all of this weird internal shit that they harbor inside of themselves that they that they don't want to do the work um, that's required to grow beyond that state of arrested development. Um, so yeah, of course you're gonna have folks like that always, but at the end of the day, yeah, I'm the face of the fluid community. I'm the founder, the creator, whatever the case may be. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. And the fluid community is not some exclusive ass group, folks. Like, you don't need permission to identify as fluid. Like, I think some folks don't, I don't know. Like, yeah, I just want to put that out there. Like, you don't need permission to identify as fluid. If you're somebody who identifies with the definition um, of being fluid, then yeah, it's no prerequisite or no test that you have to take or whatever the case may be in order to like call yourself or consider yourself as a fluid person or fluid individual. All right, man, this video got long enough. I'm gonna wrap this up, man. Y'all be safe today. Stay out the way. Take everything one step at a time, one day at a time. Focus on finding yourself and finding your purpose. I love you, King V, H&R.